Alright, here we are, Canadian junkyard. Okay, pro tip here. Hey everybody, welcome back to your favorite YouTube show, Fixing Random Crap with Craig. Today we are dealing with this motor that came out of this kids powered car. It's not a Power Wheels, it's a knockoff brand that honestly sucks. Every part of it sucks. I've had to repair it a number of times, but this motor I've taken out because you will see that there's like a tab here for that contact, but then there's the other wire that needs to connect, and it was connecting up here on what was a tab right there. You can see it's kind of sheared off. I got some spider web on my finger there, but that piece used to have a tab that came out, and that has been sheared off. So I'm probably gonna have to buy a new motor, but I thought I would take this apart and just see. So I'm gonna take that screw out and see if I can somehow get into the inside of this and find a way to like just put a wire directly onto that. But my hopes aren't high. We'll see. Actually, it looks like it's 6 screws. Once I turned it over, there were 5 more. So we'll take those out and let you know how it looks. Okay, that's what it looks like once we get that out. You see, you got 2 screws here that'll hopefully release the motor. So I'm going to try them. Okay, so once I took those 2 screws out, this whole thing just slid out, no problem. I don't see an easy way to take this thing apart, sadly. So that is the tab. I'm going to look in here and see if I can find anywhere where I could like actually connect a wire to. That would be on the right contact. This is not looking great. Okay, I put it in the vise. I did a little test with my battery and alligator clips here to make sure that it's all still running from when I touched the contact there. Yes. Also in there, there's kind of that's a little hard to see. There's a little like screw there holding in that contact. So if I put it there, it also worked, but it's tricky because the motor actually spins there and, would hit that piece and it kind of wouldn't keep going. But so there might be an opportunity to solder something in there, but I think having it actually out of the tractor. Now I've tried soldering this a couple times. I think I'm going to try it now that I've got it actually out of the tractor in the vise, and see if I can get a good contact between that wire and that piece. So let's see. Okay, it's not like incredibly pretty, but I actually feel like I got that on there pretty well, and it's holding not bad. So let's see if that works. I think I can actually even test it here. I think I'll use my battery again. And I'll just connect this here to this tab like that, and then I'll take this one on the red and I'll touch it just up on the wire, not on the tab. Oh yeah, that's totally working. You can hear it going. I'll put the camera down here so you can see it turning the oh yeah. Okay, so that's cool. So I think that soldering job actually worked. I've tried this a few times without taking it out of the tractor, and it's just really hard to solder inside that tractor. So anyway, I'll put this back in and put it all back together and see if it holds for a while. And if it does, then I'll post this video. So if you see this video, you'll know that this worked for a while at least. And I might also do a little research to see what it costs to replace one of these motors. If you did want to just get a new motor, see if I can track one of those down and apart. And I'll also show at the end of this video how you would get it out, which is pretty simple. You just basically take the wheels off, take the axle out, and then the motor just falls out. But I'll do a quick visual of that too. All right. Okay, so we're going to attempt now to get this bad boy back in. You'll see the round hole here. That one to the left of the L for left. Now because these motors are like left and right. So I'm going to slide the wiring in through that hole, put that into the hole, and then you'll see there's a hole here. That's where the axle goes through. So I'll be putting the axle through from the other side, putting this wheel back on. There's a couple of nuts that hold the wheel on. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, so see you get her back together and if this solder joint will hold. Doesn't look great, but doesn't look bad. Might last a while. We'll see. Okay, it's back together. This is a bit of a pain because as soon as you take the axle out, both motors fall off. Because that's basically what holds the wheels and the motors in place. So that it helps to have an assistant if you can, or just prop it up like I kind of did to try to get it through. All these wheels come off differently, so depending on your power wheels, like I keep calling this a power wheels, it's not. It's like a knockoff, but depending on your unit, the wheels comes off differently with different bolts and stuff. So I'm not going to get into that much. I'm going to tighten those up. It's got a couple wrenches. You got to hold one end while you loosen the other, and then we'll give her a quick test here. Okay, we've screwed the wheels back on. We're just going to give this a test here. That's the power. I'm going to actually try to prop this up. How am I going to do that? If I touch this, you can see all that. I'll lift it up with my hands. So that's the wheel that hadn't been working. That one's obviously still good. So we'll see if that solder point holds. It looks pretty good. There's not much pressure on it or anything, so test it out. Let my kids have a great way of breaking things. So if it survives 2 or 3 weeks, it'll probably last for a while. But I will right now do some quick research on that motor for you. Stand by. Okay, I did just do a real quick Amazon search. Google search, and it of course led me to Amazon. About $33-ish Canadian dollars, so less than that in US. But you really want to make sure that you get the numbers off of your motor to see if it's the right one. I noticed on mine, I failed to take a picture of it. There might be, if you freeze frame some of the video, you might be able to see it. I think it was like 550 was on it, and then like, I thought it was 10,000 RPMs and 12 volt. So depending on your car, like you'll just want to look at the motor that you have and match it up to whatever the specs are. But a lot of them look like they're about $30. Some of them are Power Wheels branded, some of them are not. But yeah, most importantly, you just want to match it up to your specs on the motor that you have, which should be hopefully marked on it somewhere. But anyway, that's about it. So hopefully this video helps you out if you have this problem. I'm hoping this fix hangs in for a while, and if this video sees the light of day, then it means it hung in pretty decent. I'm going to snap these wheel covers back on. Those to get off, you just take a flathead screwdriver to be able to pop them off, to be able to get access to the bolt. Put the seat back on, and when the young fellow gets back from school, I'll be able to give it a shot. All right, thanks a lot. See you next time on Fixing Random Crap with Craig.